Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Guys, I've had a great Sunday. And let me fix the camera so you can see me pretty good. Awesome. Awesome. Guys, thank you for being here. Happy Sunday to you. I hope you guys had a great Sunday. We're going to get started in a couple of minutes. I want to go over some information with you. Let me check to make sure that you guys can hear me. Give me 1 second. And we're going to get into it. I've been tap dancing around this subject. I talked about it a little bit yesterday and a little bit today, but not all the way. So today, right now, I want to get into it. I want to really talk about it, and so let me look to make sure that we good. Okay, yes. Okay, we're good. We're live. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm glad you guys are here. Let me know where you are in the good old USA or all over the world. Let me know where you are. And I'm so very grateful and thankful for you to be here this evening, this financial hour, this Sunday. I had an incredible Sunday. I came on. Just had a good time, guys. Went out there and met with some movers and shakers out there in Vinings and at the Polo Club and just really talked to some people, did some networking, looked at some beautiful homes, talked taxes, talked finances, talked wealth creation, just all that. And it really brought me to a discussion that I want to talk about this evening. And I don't plan on being here all night, even though I could. What I'm going to talk about is like one of my biggest pet peeves that I absolutely, positively hate, and hate is a strong word, but I do hate it. And I want to talk about it tonight. And this message may not be for you. If you're where you want to be, if you're happy, you're a done deal, you're totally financially where you want to be, which I haven't met a multi-millionaire that's even happy with where they are. I mean, they have achieved success, but they're still going after it. So I don't know where you might be, but I haven't met too many millionaires who say, you know what, I made these millions and now I'm done. No, I haven't met too many of them. So, but if you're happy where you are, then this message is not for you. This message for those who say, you know what, Jean, my refund is not my savior, my Lord. It is not here to come rescue me and get me caught up from my bills and things of that nature. So we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Good evening, LaTanya. Thank you so much for joining us. LaTanya, where are you located? Let me know where you're located. We're going to talk about finances. I'm going to share with you one of my pet peeves that really, really, just really bothers me and what made me want to do this Facebook Live this evening. And for those who are watching this on Facebook, watching this on YouTube, watching the replay, guys, I want to say thank you for being here. Make sure that if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay when you watch this after this broadcast and you go back and watch it, hashtag replay. Because guys, listen, we need to get the message out here. We need to make sure that we educate ourselves and we need to be honest with ourselves and we need to stop blaming different administrations. As I said, I alluded to the other day, I remember my first mentor said to me, if you end up dirt broke, if you end up financially just in a bad situation, is it the president's fault? And people in the room would say, no, it's not. Is it your mom's fault? No, it's not. Is it your dad's fault? No, it's not. Is it your school teacher's fault? No, it's not. The fault lies with you, because we've been taught that you're born looking like your parents, but you die looking like your decisions. And we're going to talk about those decisions in about, give it one more minute, guys. Do a favor. Go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and invite with a little column that it says invite friends. Go ahead and invite some friends so we can talk about this. I want to say welcome, Demisha Wright. Thank you for being here. Demisha, go ahead and invite some people, guys. Go ahead and invite some people. You know, I might just do something special for those who invite the most people to this broadcast. I want to say thank you so much for being here. And so I'm going to get into it in about one more minute. I'm going to make sure. Right. Thank you for being here. Awesome. I wish I could just. Okay, yeah, I can mute that out. Hold on one second. Okay. So right here, I'm going to keep my phone right here because that way I can actually hear. I can actually see who comes on here and see your comments, because sometimes I can't see your comments on this screen or this screen, but I can see it here. You know, my husband got me hooked up. I got screens here, got a phone here. You know, I'm everywhere. So let's go ahead and get into it. I want to thank everybody for being here, and I'm very grateful and thankful to have you here. So let me get into it. For those who don't know me, my name is Jean Marlo Davis. I am the founder and CEO of the Institute of Financial Freedom and Investment Solutions, located right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Our company helps you with lower your taxes, increase your finances, and build generational wealth. Yes, I am an ex-IRS auditor. I have over 20 years tax and financial experience. Yes, we do help people with their taxes. We help people who owe the IRS. If you owe the IRS, you know, and you don't know what to do and it's over $10,000, we come in, we sit down with you, we do a consultation, and we go ahead and eradicate that debt and help you and offer pretty much eradicate 80% of that debt. That's what we do. And so basically, hi, Bruce. Thank you for being on, Honey Bunches. Hi, I see people popping on. So we are a tax, finance, wealth creation, wealth education, financial education company. That's what Tiffins is. And then we launched a little over a year ago, we launched Tiffins Wealth Creators, which is a learn and earn platform where you're able to log on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with TWC. You're able to have your own platform where you're able to log in and get trainings on taxes, finances, investing, debt eradication, credit repair, real estate, personal development. We're getting ready to start our Mind series, guys. I'm so excited about that. So many people have been asking me, hey, Jean, can you do the affirmations? Hey, Jean, can you do this? Hey, Jean, can you talk about this? Can you talk about mindset? Can you talk about the law of attraction? Can you talk about, you know, how the mind works and things of that nature? So we're going to have that in our Mind series in the back office of TWC. So we launched that about a year ago. We have our Level Up Coaching program, which pretty much we help people to build their business. We show people what we did to earn 6 figures online in 4 months. We show people how to build their funnel, their sales funnel, how to market their funnel, how to create the automation for their business. If you have no product, we show you how you could create a product and automate that thing and build a powerful funnel. And we teach you about webinars, and we teach you how to grow your business with webinars. We teach so much with Level Up Coaching, and we have Wealthy Women Enterprises, guys. So we have a lot of different companies and projects that we're working on that we're so very grateful and thankful. And all of it is like cousins of Tiffins. Tiffins Wealth Creators, Tiffins LLC, Wealthy Women Enterprises, Level Up Coaching. All of this go together. We have our workshops, we have our seminars, and things of that nature. Why am I telling you this? It's a reason. Okay. What's up, Craig? What's up, Andrew? Thank you for joining us. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Listen, here's the reason. Because a lot of people know that I do this, and some of you may not know. So every year around this time, and like I said, I got a big announcement after this tax season. I got a big announcement. Some of you already know, but I do. And I have to, so I can walk in my divine purpose and do what God has called me to do. But every time around this time right here, this tax season, the tax season, it really bothers me because I see people constantly looking for a refund to bail them out. Some of them quite disrespectful, will hit you up at 9, 10 o'clock at night, asking you, do you know when I'm going to get my refund? Like that's Jesus Christ or something. I mean, just disrespectful. Not all of my tax clients, some of them are. They tag you at night, text you at night, late at night, calling you, trying to find out when is that refund coming in. And I get upset because I have a e-newsletter. This newsletter goes out, And I talk about taxes, I talk about finance, I talk about the workshops we have coming up, the seminars we have coming up. I talk about TWC, Inner Circle Mastermind Coaching Program, where they can learn about taxes, they can learn about the tax breaks, they can learn how to build their business, they can learn how to protect themselves, they can learn how to create multiple streams of income and have true automation, where they're not spending 98% of their time grinding, only seeing 2% of the results. We show people what to do because guess what? We have done it. So we're not talking from some fluff and puff or some theory. It's what we do over and over again, right? Okay, so what really bothers me the most, guys, is the ill preparation that people constantly wait for a tax refund to be like a jump start for them, okay? But they don't realize from January to April, you're not working for yourself. You're working for the Internal Revenue Service, okay? From January to April, you're working for the Internal Revenue Service. So if that's 4 months and only 8 months I'm working for myself, what is it that I need to do that I am not depending on a refund? Now, I say this again. If you're happy with where you are, you're happy with what your finances look like, you're able to travel the world, you have time freedom, you have money freedom, and I preface this statement again with saying that every millionaire I met, they haven't stopped working, okay? They haven't. You would say to yourself, Beyonce, why don't she sit down? She's done. Why don't Jay-Z sit down? They're done. Why haven't they? You look at other people that's out here building wealth. I can name so many business owners, including ourselves, that make damn good money. Why haven't we stopped? Why haven't we stopped? Why do we not look at a refund? It's nice when I can shake hands with the Internal Revenue Service and say, you don't owe me and I don't owe you. But I understand that legally, ethically, and morally, if I build a business, I qualify for over 400 tax deductions. And I understand my right as a taxpayer. I have the right, per the Internal Revenue Service, to lower my taxes to the legal minimum, which means that if I'm building my business and I'm in business to make a profit, with the intent to make a profit, legally, ethically, and morally, now I can claim certain deductions. So a lot of times as a business owner, I'm not looking for a refund. I'm looking to shake hands with the Internal Revenue Service and say, you don't owe me, I don't owe you, or I pay a little taxes, not a whole bunch of taxes for ridiculous reasons. Or if I pay 1.5 million, I know that that year was a great year. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the mindset. We're talking about mindset of people. What is your mindset? That if you're over, I want to say if you're over 30 and you're still looking for a refund, guys, that means that what has happened, you have failed to plan your future. A lot of times I see people that fail to plan their future. Their children end up taking care of them. When they die, the children have to take care of the burial, fight over things. How are we going to handle this? Debt collectors try to come after the children because the parent has passed, especially if you've been handling the business. They like to try to put the bills in your name and come after you for something that your parent did or did not do. And so what I ask you is, I read somewhere that a good man or woman leave an inheritance to their children's children. I want to ask you, what are you leaving? Are you leaving a pile of debt? Are you leaving a bunch of bills? Are you leaving stress and strain? What is it that you, and more so than that, I want to know, and feel free to chime in because this is an open conversation. This is the financial hour. I just want to know what people are thinking out there because, as I said, this time of year when it's tax season and I sit down with my clients and I do their taxes and I see people, I have a lot of clients that are high six-figure earners, multiple six-figure earners, that they don't even care. They don't even care about no refund or nothing. They say, how much did I owe, or how much? Okay, great. I didn't have to pay that much. Okay. But then on the other side of it, I have people who I would say will bug the hell out of you about a refund. Will call you all times of night like they don't have no sense and don't understand that, listen, baby, at a certain time, it's the, and that's why I'm so happy to make this announcement come the end of this tax season. I'm so happy. I'm pretty sure y'all know what the announcement is. But it made me think of a time when I was a single mom with 4 children, struggling to make ends meet. I knew alone that a job wasn't going to do it. I knew it. I knew just having a job was not going to be able to take care of my children. And also, too, I thank God for mentors and coaches that train me to not depend on the government to take care of me, to not depend on a refund to take care of me. I've always been a hustler. I was telling the story last night with some good friends of mine. We was over their house, and I was telling the story last night that I remember as a single mom, I fried fish, made fish sandwiches, delivered fish sandwiches to beauty shops, barber shops. I had a little system. I made sure I didn't go past a 15-minute parameter because I wanted to keep the fish hot. So when I gave the fish sandwiches to the people at the barber shop or the beauty shop, they had fresh, hot sandwiches. It would be times on a weekend I make $1,500 selling fish sandwiches. Holla at your girl. That's what I did as a single mom sometimes, guys. On top of working a job and building another part-time business, I would look at what else can I do to get money in hand, right? I used to braid hair. I used to do, back in the day, we was rocking those box braids. Some of us still rock them today. The Janet Jackson braids. We used to rock those braids. I knew how to do it. This friend of mine, she's African, beautiful sister. She taught me how to do it one day. Took me 30 minutes to learn. Boom, boom, boom. I started making money from that, man. I remember I told my husband last night, I was talking to the people last night, and I said, our friends last night, I said, I remember for 2 days, I was braiding hair, and I was charging, what was I charging? Like $250 or something like that. And I had a little special. If you was a college student or single mom, I was giving specials. And I remember over a weekend braiding hair, I probably made close to like $1,600, $1,700. And I remember I was telling them I was laying in the bed and my hand would cramp up. I would be sleeping, it would cramp up. And I was like, oh my God, and nothing I could take would stop it from doing it. I'm talking about the past, talking about coming to where God has me today, putting in the work, not being afraid to put in the work, not looking for a refund, man. I understood a refund was not going to take care of my family. When you get a refund, you're only getting what's left. You're not getting a third of the taxes that the IRS take out from you. And it's not really the IRS, it's the Human Resource Department that take that money out. You got 7.65% FICA. That's the social insecurities that neither you or I will ever see. 15 to 35% federal withholdings. And then you got 6 to 9% state tax, depending on where you live. And some people don't have state tax, but depending on where you live, that's what you have. So you lose a third of your income to taxes. So that means if I make $50,000, I lose $15,000 to taxes, and I'm bringing home $35,000. But you live like you're living off of $50,000 when you're only bringing home $35,000. So I understood that when I worked for the Internal Revenue Service. I understood that the poor and the middle class paid the majority of the taxes, while wealthy people paid little to none taxes. You understand what I'm saying? And basically, I understood that you could never be punished for being a great worker. You could never be punished. You could be more skilled than me. You could be more talented than me. You can speak better than me. Hey, man, whatever. But I can always outwork your tail and still surpass you. You understand? Because what I have discovered is that a lot of times the U.S. has been hacked. You understand? Meaning that a lot of people are just so freaking lazy, just telling the truth, They're looking for an easy way. They're looking for someone to swoop in and save them, and then complain when it's not the way it want to be. So here's what a lot of people have been noticing this tax season. What they've been noticing is, the refund is not that high. What's happening? Why is it like this, Gene? Last year, that's when they started. Let me take a sip of water. Let me take a little sip. What's up, Juanita? Thank you for joining us. Hold on one second. They were saying, last year, Gene, I got more money. What's going on? They start talking to you like it's your fault. Like it's your fault. And I know last year, a couple of times, I did a tax reform video, and I talked about the changes that was happening with the tax law, and how if you did not have a home-based business, how it was going to affect you this year. I talked about it. Some people didn't believe it. Some people did. Some people that did get a home-based business, they're happy. You know, I mean, I'm just very grateful and thankful that the ones that listen, they're coming to me like, wow, I'm so glad that I got a business, Gene. Thank you for that. Oh my God, because if I didn't have a business, I would have owed this money or this, that, and the other. But they're not talking about a refund. They're not talking about when am I going to get it. You know, I'm stalking the IRS website to see when it's going to list when that refund. I mean, if you're living like that, that tells me where you are financially, and not just financially, that tells me where you are mentally. Because guys, and I understand we all listen, and I'm talking about if you're over 30, 32, right? At this point, you should be at a point, and God, please don't let me start going into 40s and 50s and 60s. Please, I'm not going to do that tonight. But if you're over a certain age and you haven't discovered that a job just not going to do, or you're waiting for a refund, or you're looking for the government to take care of you, or you're looking to vote the right one in, or you're looking for, we got to get the right administrator, man. We got to. I mean, oh my God, you know, that it's not fair what the government is doing. It's not fair that I'm not getting my refund, and I'm being real, real funny right now. That tells me mentally you have done yourself a disjustice, that you haven't looked for a way to legally, ethically, and morally put money in your pocket. Bruce and I was out there today. Some of you guys saw that we was out there. I did a little Facebook Live, a little short one, and we was having a conversation with some people out there at the Polo Club out there in Vinings, and we was out there walking that beautiful land. And people were speaking on my life, and I received it. Because the guy said, the one guy walked up to Bruce and I, and he said, you know, what you doing, looking at your land that you just bought? And I looked at him and I said, yes, we are. Yes, we're looking at the land that we just bought, and we're just assessing it and looking at where we're going to put the big house. You know, we're just being funny. And we start talking about business, and we start talking about finances, and Bruce told him a little bit about what I did and what he does, and he started telling us that he was a CPA and his family come from generations of CPAs, and we start talking about business and finances and schooling and things of that nature. And you know, the conversation was so delightful. And what bothers me is that when you let people know, and that's why I don't believe in free no more. I don't believe in nothing free. You want something, you're going to pay for it. That's just it, because I realize that people don't value free. They look at it as, okay, it must not be of any value. So I don't do free. My mentees, they know it's not free. Those who come to the workshops, the seminars, it's not free. Those that come to the boot camp, it's not free. Because I know that when people want something, they're going to find a way to get it, my friend. They're going to find a way to get it. People will buy what they want and beg for what they need. And a lot of times, People will not change until there's some fire on their backside to change. What I'm talking about today is I'm talking about your refund is not your savior. What is your game plan? What do you have set up that you can earn money in your sleep? What business, business owners qualify for over 400 tax deduction. What business have you partnered up in? Okay. Are you building a business? Are you building generational wealth? And if you don't know, who have you reached out to that could be a mentor, that could be a coach for you? Who have you sat down and talked to? Or are you in fairyland and you just believe that, you know what, Jesus is going to fix it. Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what you want. Well, listen, he said faith without work is dead, baby. So you can have all the faith in the world, but if you're not executing the right work, it's not going to happen. Let me tell you something. If you come in our office, I wish I could do a pan around just so you could see the projects that we're working on. I remember one client came in our office and she was like, oh my God, man, you got your vision out here. You can see it. You know what you're doing. Goodness. That's what she said. And guys, I have to say this, and I could talk about me. You can't talk about me, but I could talk about me. So I heard something that's why it's very important. Hear me.